Having sabr is something that a lot of people should just try to practice or just continue to work on. It's not something that like comes naturally overall, at least from what I've seen in people, especially myself. It's just not something that everybody has, and it usually takes a lot of experience and time to develop. And for those who don't understand, having sabr is kind of like, it's pretty much just having patience and being patient. Whether, for example, like for Muslims, a lot of sabr is when you have to deal with a lot of, I guess, adversity or things that are just not going your way. Whether it's maybe you're trying to work on something but it's not working out for you, and you're trying to pursue this, and you're trying to continue to go at it, and you're going at it over and over and over again, but it's not working over and over and over again. Having sabr and having that patience might make it so that eventually you do get it, you do get a hang of whatever you're trying to do. Or for example, if you're trying to develop at something, like for example basketball, for myself, I'm trying to get better at ball handling and shooting. Those are my two main things, right? And for me, there was a point, especially during my sophomore year, where I was just getting impatient and I was just rushing, especially with my workouts. I was just rushing and doing anything, and the reps weren't high quality. Nothing was high quality. It was just very low quality, like low quality, high quantity. If that makes any sense, and I didn't see any results in game. If anything, I probably got worse because I was reducing the quality of my work and increasing the quantity of the amount of reps I was doing. So, and that just happened from my freshman to sophomore year. So it just didn't work, and I was working out less frequently as well. I would just do longer workouts that were low in quality. So it just did not work. However, now I'm trying to be patient. I'm being more patient, and I'm developing, and I'm trying to like have high quality workouts with less amount of time, like shorter workouts that I work harder at so that they translate into the games. And I'm having patience with that. And I know I need to become more patient if I want to become more, if I want to become better or more efficient overall. And I'm beginning to see the results, especially with my ball handling and decision making. I'm watching a lot more film, and I'm training by myself and stuff like that, using visualization, and I'm starting to see the results a little bit by bit. But it takes a lot of time. It just takes time overall. You need to have that patience. You need to have sabr with that. And then another way you could have sabr, or having sabr, or where it's required, is when you're trying to make dua, because Allah will not grant your duas all the time at a specific moment of time exactly when you want it. There might be a time when you might need to wait for your dua to be answered. It's not going to be answered. Not all of your duas are going to be answered that same day, exact time. It's just not going to happen. There are certain times when Allah knows best, and your du'as might be answered at a later date or a later time, or they might be answered slowly, or they might be answered in a progressive manner where it's not all at once. So that Allah tests your sabr and your patience with Him, or with you. He tests the patience that you have to see if you're ready to have this du'a, because Allah will not change the condition of one if you do not change the condition within oneself. So He waits to see if you're going to change your condition and have sabr and have that patience in order for your dua to be answered. It just takes a lot of time. You need to have that patience overall as a person, especially in today's world where everybody's impatient, everybody wants things quick, and everybody wants things easy. Whereas you need to have that patience sometimes, because not everything's going to be easy. Not everything's going to come easy. You're not going to get everything immediately, like quickly. It's just not going to happen. It's just never going to happen. It's never going to happen for anybody, really. It's just not going to be that easy ever. So you need to take that time just to wait, have patience and all that, have that sabr, and then you'll be able to get what you want eventually, inshallah. But having sabr is one of the best skills that you can have, in my opinion, especially with myself. I'm trying to practice having it as well, having more sabr and having more patience, especially with people, because some people just sometimes they're just there to irritate you. Sometimes Allah sends people as a test for you to see how you will react and what you will do to certain situations and to certain things that people say or do around you. So having that sabr and having that patience will be able to like make it so that you do not do anything that displeases Allah, or anything that you would do or anything that you wouldn't do that would be uncharacteristic of you. So you stay within what you know and what you can do and what you can control, because there are certain things that you just cannot control, and you need to have patience so that it passes by and so that things will get better, because Allah says with hardship comes with ease. So eventually, if you just wait it out, have that patience, have that sabr, eventually it will become easier and you will get what you want, inshallah. That's kind of how I see it with sabr overall. Just that patience, having it, whether it's with people, work, job, anything like that, anything that you're trying to do, anything that you're trying to get better at, because there are some things that just will come like real quick and some things that just won't be there for a while, or it will come progressively or part by part or bit by bit.